We're tracking several weather advisories as Tropical Storm K approaches Southern California with a full forecast coming up on NBC Palm Springs News First. It's the beginning, Olivia, because we have a lot of that moisture already moving in from that hurricane. Now a tropical storm again coming up the coast of Mexico. So temperatures already starting to cool. We're going to see some rain in the next couple of days. So let's take a look again at those warnings we're looking at right now. We do have, again, an excessive heat warning that's going to end tonight. We also do have, I'm just going to walk over there so you guys can see it, a high wind warning. This is going to go through 8 p.m. On Friday. So again, this was a watch yesterday. It is now a warning. So again, those winds are picking up. Could see gusts up to 70 miles per hour. Now, this is more for west of us, but we are, for us here in the valley, under a wind advisory again as that system approaches. So this is again in effect until this evening as well, Friday evening. Something we're also tracking again is that flood watch. So again, as that tropical storm approaches, this is something we really don't see. So we've been talking about the fact that this is coming close to California. This typically doesn't happen. So we could see some substantial rain again as that system continues to get closer. Right now, again, just off the coast of the Baja Peninsula in Mexico, making its way north out. It is breaking down and weakening because it's interacting with land. Again, the waters are a little bit cooler, but still expecting to see again quite a bit of moisture across Southern California. So this again is from Friday morning until Saturday evening. For today, again, we're seeing some showers already, some thunderstorms again across the area, but not so much for us here on the desert floor just yet. High pressure system again still over the Great Basin. That's going to be replaced by some rain. Again, today temperature still in the triple digits, but we are dropping, as we said, as we get into tomorrow. Comfort Air 3-day forecast, 87 for Friday, and with quite a bit of moisture moving in. That's expected to continue into Saturday, 85. Some residual moisture could continue on Sunday as well. We're going to break down again what we can expect for that hurricane, that rain and thunderstorms, all those watches in that full forecast coming up.
I think people are kind of preparing for a bit of a wild weekend.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. I was actually reading an article earlier today. You know, we talk about the South sees hurricanes every year. The Atlantic expects this, but not here in the Pacific. Most of the time they move west. So they were saying they haven't seen this kind of weather that we could be seeing again for decades, because hurricanes don't typically come this close to the coast. So again, anything can change, but we'll give you our weather update for what we know so far, Olivia. So yeah, could be seeing a lot of rain. I think we might be taking a look at the Walter Clark High 11 cam, maybe taking, or maybe above average. Still above average for this time of year, just a few degrees. Again, from not even close, a record-breaking number from 1932 when it was 120 degrees. Here's a look at those overnight temperatures tonight. A little bit cooler than what we've actually been seeing. And typically, the last couple of weeks have been 88, 89 for Palm Springs. We're 84 tonight for Palm Springs, 83 in Palm Desert. Dew points this week. Again, no surprise here because of that hurricane, now tropical storm approaching. Dew point's going to stay pretty high. We got quite a bit of moisture in the atmosphere. So 70 degrees for Wednesday, Thursday 65. Again, we're jumping back up to 70 and 75 for Friday and Saturday. So again, as we get into tomorrow, already seeing some moisture moving through Southern California. I think Big Bear saw a sprinkle today, so not a lot, but more of that moisture again moving in come tomorrow because of those feeder bands again from that hurricane. So kind of those outside bands you see in those hurricanes, those are already kind of moving through. So take a look at those drops in temperatures, 85 to 89. Here's a look at those highs across the valley. When is the last time we have seen these temperatures here in the valley? It feels like it's been months, but here's what we're looking at for highs tomorrow. 87 for Palm Springs, 86 for Indio. We're looking at the 80s up in the high desert for Big Bear, 71 degrees. For Saturday, again, that system will be approaching closer, so we expect those temperatures to stay pretty consistent with Friday. A lot of moisture moving in. Let's get some possible gusty winds. Here's a look at those tropics. Again, the National Hurricane Center. This is showing the potential path of that tropical storm K. Right now, winds are 70 miles per hour. Again, moving at the northwest direction at 14 miles per hour. So again, real quickly, I want to show you what we could be expecting with this storm. Again, was category. So here's our Rainfall estimates, precipitation estimates up to 6/10 again for the desert floor, 1.5 we could see in Idlewild. So something to prepare for as we get closer to the weekend. Things can always change with that path, but that's what we're looking at right now. Company 7-day forecast, 87 for Friday, 85 for Saturday. We're going to stay in the 90s like thing, but 8 inches. I guess he's just close to the camera.
Yeah. The cameras back then, 225 million years ago, were a
cameras
little
were the distortion with the cameras back then a little off, but we've made some progress since then. But
yes, but very interesting.
That is very crazy.
Now, if you're watching us on KPSC or on Facebook, our NBC Palm Springs has some programming changes that we want to give you an update.
I got this thing. I keep forgetting what I have. It's on the tip of my tongue.
Yeah. What was it again? Just a child to birth or something.
Oh, that's right. I forgot that was even there. Yes, child to birth. Yeah, maybe next week.
Maybe next week. The countdown is getting very real. So those are the changes, and I will see you guys again at 11 here on NBC Palm Springs.
We are tracking several weather advisories as that tropical storm K makes its way up the coast. Well, the full forecast coming up on NBC Palm Springs News First. That cloud cover kind of brought those temperatures down, which was really nice. Like you said, the humidity still feeling kind of sticky out there.
We'll get Tim's report on that humidity later on.
Tim is, yes. He's
been
currently trying to get through it right now. That's the only reason he's on this show. They maybe got to him too much. But today we said it was a watch. We said conditions are favorable for it. We're watching. That has now turned into a warning. So we are expecting, again, those conditions to really pick up. This is for Friday. That storm is getting closer right now off the Baja Peninsula, making its way up the coast. And as I mentioned before in earlier show, we don't really see hurricanes, again, make their way up the coast like this, at least on the Pacific side. So this is could see some substantial rain here in Southern California. So this high wind warning is as that tropical storm K approaches. Was a Category 1 hurricane earlier today. It is now weakening, breaking down again into a tropical storm. So this more to the west of us, not so much the Coachella Valley. Again, winds could gust up to 70 miles per hour. This wind advisory, though, is for us here in the valley. Again, winds, as I'm looking tomorrow, we are tracking that winds, wind gusts could get up to the high 30s tomorrow, again, as that system approaches. So this is, again, for the valley. So, again, be prepared for that to kind of come in. Not tomorrow morning. It seems to be light winds as we get into tomorrow morning, but afternoon hours it's picking up. Flood watch as well. Again, we're expecting quite a bit of moisture as the storm approaches, even though it's weakening, bringing a lot of that rain and moisture in. So flood watch, this is from Friday morning through Saturday evening. Right now, we expect a lot of that moisture on Friday. So keep that in mind with your Friday plans. Quite a bit of moisture. We'll break down again how much we expect to see in that full forecast coming up. Right now, temperatures outside, we are looking at 99 degrees again in Palm Springs. Winds coming from the southeast direction. We're getting that easterly flow in for today. Again, high pressure system still off to the east of us. Again, bringing because of that cloud cover, brought those temperatures down a little bit today, 105, but we are dropping below triple digits as we get into this weekend. Covered our 3-day forecast, get 87 tomorrow, a lot cooler temperatures. Take a look at that for tomorrow, a lot of rain. We expect that rain to continue into the weekend as well, staying in the 80s. Again, we'll break down more we can expect for that system approaching in that full forecast coming up.
So excited to have you join us on Sundays.
I know. I'll be so excited. It'll be weird. I know I'm leaving any day now. So it just
you'll come back and you'll look just a little different.
Yeah. I mean, you know, you never know. I'll be eating a lot of Chipotle, so you'll be like, "You still 9 months pregnant?" Just no, it's a lot of food. But yeah, we're days away, and I'm excited. I can't believe that baby is literally right around the corner. If you have any advice on how to not panic during birth,
feel free to send that in. A
few cars on the 111 at this hour. Nice job using your blinker, sir. Again, hard to really see the sky at this hour, right? It's dark out there, but I think I see a star or two. Really just breezy conditions at this hour, which enjoy those because winds could be changing as we get into our Friday. A lot of changes on the way as we get into the weekend. Today's high, 108 for downtown Palm Springs. So again, we are above average today, but really just by a few degrees. That cloud cover kind of kept it a little bit cooler than those 1-teens. Again, that we saw, what was that, a few days ago? Don't miss those. We'll mention for fun, back in 1932, the record-breaking number was 120 degrees. Thankfully, we didn't see those a lot in this month of August, or last month in August, and now in September. Temperatures across the valley this hour, we are 80s up in the high desert, 93 at the base. We will stay in the 90s for the low desert, 89 in Banning, up at Big Bear, 63 degrees. It's a little cool up there. Overnight temperatures actually a little bit cooler as well from what we've been been seeing lately. Again, it was in the high 80s for the low desert. We're dropping to 84 tonight for Palm Springs, 81 for Indio. We'll stay in the 70s up in the high desert. Here's a look at those wind gusts right now. Just thought I'd show you again. We're still getting that southeast flow, winds coming from the southeast, again, from that system approaching. We do have some winds again coming still from the northeast. But again, as of right now, those wind gusts, again, not a huge concern, but that might change as we get into our Friday afternoon. Dew points, again, another thing that we are tracking, again, 70 degrees as we get into our Friday, 75 for Saturday. So it's going to continue to feel muggy out there, along with what else we might be seeing as we get into the weekend. For Friday, take a look at those temperatures. I don't remember the last time I told you guys the temperatures are going to be in the 80s. That's what we're tracking for tomorrow. So we're triple digits today, again, about 15 degrees below what we are seeing today for our Friday. So moisture is going to start moving in. We're actually kind of tracking a lot of that moisture we could be seeing for our Friday. We were earlier expecting most of it to come on Saturday. Now we're kind of expecting that for Friday. We'll get into what we expect in just a second. But yeah, for Friday, again, high pressure system will be pushing to the east, 85 to 89 for our Friday. Here's a look across the valley. Again, 87 for Palm Springs tomorrow, 86 for Indio. We're tracking 80s up in the high desert as well, 71 up in Big Bear. And then we get into Saturday again, more of the moisture continuing to moving in. We're in cooler conditions. We'll stay in the 80s for our Saturday, kicking off the weekend. Really just breezy conditions for the valley. So here's a look. Again, at our tropics, we're tracking that tropical storm again earlier yesterday. Category 2 was Category 1 this morning, but you can see starting to interact with the Baja Peninsula. So it's kind of breaking down that storm a little bit. That, along with the cooler temperatures in the water, is going to continue to weaken that. So that's why we're now looking at just a tropical storm. Now it says 70 miles per hour. I just checked. It's 65 mile per hour winds. Again, still moving in the north-northwest direction at 14 miles per hour. But this is the predicted path. You can see bringing quite a bit of moisture to Mexico again at this hour. Now we do predict again it's going to start going off the coast, moving its way west as it inches closer to the California coast. But let's take a look at what we expect to see according to, we're looking at two different models. This is the GFS model. Again, already showing a little bit, according to this model, a little bit already on the desert floor as we kick off tomorrow morning. Let's go a little bit more into the afternoon. Again, that moisture hitting the desert floor, again, our mountains to the northwest. Friday evening, unfortunately, take a look at this time, 7 p.m. I know we're tracking Friday night football, so something we're going to be looking at tomorrow, that moisture right over the desert floor. You can see here's the Salton Sea. Again, a lot of moisture hitting San Diego as well. Then we get into Saturday's morning, 2 o'clock. Again, still seeing that over the area. Looks like we're breaking up a little bit, but yeah, we do expect that moisture as we get into Sunday kind of dying down a little bit. So again, peak of that moisture. Here's what we expect to see. Again, rainfall estimates Friday night through Sunday morning. Again, these numbers could all change depending on that path of that storm we're tracking, but here's what we see again right now as far as those numbers go. 3/10 to 6/10 of an inch for the desert floor, which is something we really haven't seen at all this year. Again, we're looking at a half an inch of rain again for Big Bear up in the San Bernardino Mountains. Again, an inch to our mountains to the northeast. Take a look at Idlewild area, inch and a half of rain. So that's what we're looking at as far as those rainfall estimates. Comfort Air 7-day forecast will continue to update you as we get into our Friday. 87 though for Friday. We'll stay in the 80s for Saturday night. Olivia, tracking again several advisories for us here in the valley, including that wind advisory. Again, this is starting tomorrow at 6 o'clock, going through midnight tomorrow. Again, winds not really expected to pick up until tomorrow afternoon. Again, really staying in the single digits, at least what the weather table is telling us right now. National Weather Service should be picking up. We expect again later on tomorrow afternoon. Again, winds could be 25 to 35 miles, gusts up to 55 miles per hour in certain isolated areas. So keep that in mind for your Friday plans along with this one. That is the flood watch. Again, we saw earlier in the show, we kind of showed again what the North American model was showing as far as what it expects as far as when that moisture is moving in, starting as early as tomorrow if that storm keeps tracking the way that we think it will. So again, we're under this flood watch Friday morning through Saturday evening. So again, excessive rainfall with this system that, like I mentioned before, we don't normally see these hurricanes so close to the coast. It is a tropical storm now continuing to weaken, but still bringing quite a bit of moisture along with it. So again, flood watch through Saturday evening. Temperatures outside 97 degrees still for Palm Springs. Again, here's those rainfall estimates one more time. We could see again 3/10 to 6/10 of an inch of rain for that desert floor again Friday through the weekend. Covered Air 3-day forecast, 87 for Friday. We're looking at 85 Saturday, 95 as we round out the rest of the weekend.
Welcome back to the show. All right, it's no secret our Chloe Carlson has a bun in the oven. If you haven't been able
big
to
bun
tell.
in the oven at that.
Yes, and we think that Chloe's last week before her maternity leave will be next week.
Next week.
We're hoping to meet little baby Cameron. So we wanted to send her off in style with some gifts from everyone here at NBC Palm Springs.
This is so sweet. This is awesome.
Yes, we hope it helps out. You've got diapers, some little flannel blankets, some wipes, some Tim. What do we